Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For anyone that's new to the channel, hello and welcome in. My name is Melissa, and for today's video we're going to be looking into what is happening for career and finances in the month of September. So in this video I'm just going to give you guys a general outlook of what is ahead for you, specifically within the career and finances category of life. So we'll kind of look at overall energies that you guys may be dealing with this month in career, and try to maybe get some specific details on whatever scenario you guys are working through. Let's get into a couple of disclaimers. First and foremost, guys, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so some messages may resonate quite specifically to your situation while others may not. As I always say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If it feels confusing or it doesn't feel like it fits your situation that you know is happening for you, then it likely isn't your message. Please don't take it personally or get upset if something in a general YouTube reading just isn't fitting for you. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a better way to get a more specific and accurate read on your personal situation. And I do offer a career-specific reading on my booking site if you guys are interested in that. All right. Additionally, this is a time-based reading, so we're kind of looking ahead into the future to see what's happening for you this month in career. So keep in mind that, energy is always changing, and because of this, the future is not set in stone. So you may see something predicted out for you in today's video that you feel not excited about, right? That you maybe want to change. Always keep in mind that you have the free will to change your outcome through your actions, through your energy, through the way that you react to certain things. This is just kind of giving you a snapshot of what's ahead based off of your current energy, but you can always make those changes. All right, let's go ahead and get into our pile selection for today's reading. So we're working with 3 piles. Starting on the left, we have pile 1, and we are working with pink Himalayan salt. For pile number 2, we are working with citrine. And for pile number 3, we're working with this blue stone. I don't know exactly what it is. If any of you guys know, comment below. Either way, let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your career this month and what's ahead for you. Go ahead and select the pile or the crystal that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey there, pile number 1. If you guys picked out the pink Himalayan salt, this is going to be your career reading for the month of September. So we're going to start off with some oracle cards just to get into the overall energies. Then we're going to move into tarot, and then I am going to be shuffling some additional messages from my career deck on camera. So let's go ahead and get into this. Starting things off with your astrology cards. So this month you guys have Pluto, and you have the 4th house. Ooh, okay. So for some of you that chose pile 1, with the 4th house home coming up here, I'm wondering if you guys are starting a job or transforming into like a work from home sort of situation. With Pluto being here, this might be something really transformational for you that you guys maybe haven't done before in the past. So maybe you're kind of easing into sort of like a work from home situation. There's something about career and the way that it's impacting your home life. Now, for others of you, this could be talking about kind of like finding your place or feeling more at home in your workplace. So if you're not really resonating with that message of working from home, that's what this is referring to, I feel. It's more about like making sure that you feel at home at work. And there's some sort of major rebirth and transformation that's happening around this concept for you. So both messages can apply, or it could be one or the other depending on your circumstances. But, with Pluto coming up here, this is definitely going to be a month where you guys are guided to really dig deep, because Pluto, again, it's a very transformational planet. It kind of comes around very slowly, once in a blue moon, and it's like revolutionary, right? This is usually the energy of like, it says rebirth here. So this is the energy of like total transformation of something in our lives with regard to career. So you may be kind of looking at situations a lot differently as it pertains to your career. I think you guys are going to be making some pretty significant changes this month ahead in your career. And there's also an energy of needing to really dig deep as well. So For some of you guys, I feel like you're wanting this transformation when it comes to career. And the first steps of getting there are to really dig deep and figure out what it is that you want. Dig deep and look for the root cause, right? So let's keep going. So from your oracle cards, we have the Angel of Balance. Interesting. We also have Woman Holding a Heart. Okay. So this transformation energy, especially with these two cards coming up, it definitely feels like there is more focus and emphasis on your personal balance or the balance of others, right? Maybe some of you guys with the fourth house coming up here are really thinking about how your career impacts your family, the people who you live with, right? The people who you share spaces with. And with the Angel of Balance coming up, I mean, right away, the first thing that popped into my mind with regard to career was work-life balance. You know what I mean? So you guys are making some major changes this month ahead with your personal balance as it pertains to work. I think that there's a need here to make sure that you're getting enough rest, making sure that you're, of course, putting forth the efforts that you need to put forth at work, but also taking that time to make sure that your home life is good, your family is good, that you're doing things for yourself that you need to do in order to feel restored. And maybe with Pluto, this is something that you all have never really thought about before. Again, this could be a pretty transformational energy for a lot of people out there. And I know, just from experience, especially if you live, in the US, we have such an emphasis here on work, work, work. And it's almost like celebrated the less breaks you take, the less vacation time you take, the more hours you work, the more you're grinding, right? It's almost like the more you're celebrated in this culture. And so sometimes when you are getting feedback from others or from your body or from your intuition that you need to take a break, it can feel like, like you're really kind of going against some major, societal programming that you've been raised with. You know what I'm saying? So if that applies, of course, you guys get it. But the point I'm making is that maybe this is just a way of doing things in career that you guys have never done before. You guys have Woman Holding a Heart here. So this is all about, compassion and empathy. This is about maybe being that person who's supporting others through your transformations here. This can also be a person of significance that some of you guys may be dealing with your career. This would be a person who is super supportive, compassionate, empathetic, someone that openly shows love and support. But it could also just be your energy. Really, it's just that energy of creating that safe space, right? This could be a manager, a supervisor, etc. So let's look at your tarot cards. So you guys have the Six of Cups. I'm just laughing at how he's like asleep on the desk. You have the Six of Swords. Okay, so 2 number 6 is coming up, and then you have the Star card. You also have 6 right here. So what's happening for you guys? With the Star card being here, the only major arcana card that you guys have in your spread, this is definitely a month where I feel like you guys are realigning yourselves with your higher purpose. I'm really being drawn to how it says on the right track, turn for the better, best possible outcome. So this is a month where I feel like you guys are finally being able to create the best possible outcome for yourself that you've been hoping for. The star is a healing energy. It is about renewal. It is about inspiration. It's about literally reaching for the stars and thinking the best of a situation. And you guys also have the Six of Swords, which is talking a lot about stress reduction here. So there's definitely a change. There is definitely a transition that's coming up for a lot of you guys. Maybe some of you guys are going on a vacation this month in September as well, which is kind of helping with the stress relief. But the overwhelming message that's screaming at me for your group, pile 1, is like work-life balance and taking a break. And it's almost like, to be honest with you guys, I'm almost not even getting any message about your career or your job or like your money or anything like that. This feels like it's literally just about work-life balance and what you're doing outside of work versus what you're doing at work. So, I mean, it is still about your work because you guys have to be able to go in and like say, this is what I'm doing, right? Setting those boundaries, making sure that wherever you're working understands that you have personal balance needs and that there's other things that are calling your attention right now. You guys have the Six of Cups here as well. So this is also kind of about those comfortabilities. And I'm seeing like all these fun kind of like inner child images here. So again, I just feel like this is a month where you guys are really creating that time to do fun things for yourself. Do fun things that you want to do. Yeah, it's so clear, you guys. I don't really have too much else to say. It's like with this guy just like sleeping here at the desk, it's just making me feel like this is your energy going into the month of September, where you're just like burnt out and you're tired. Maybe you're a little bored with your work. Maybe it's dry right now and you're just like thinking of other things. Your mind is on other things. And I do see that those other things will manifest for you guys in the best possible way, as long as you want them to. You know, there's definitely a stress relief coming through for you this month. So let's just close it out with a couple of additional messages here from my little self-created career deck, and just see what other information you guys need to know. Any like guidance, advice, or just general info that we can add to this message for pile 1 for career this month. We have organization and planning. So there will be a need, again, with balance to get yourself organized. And I would say, you guys, just from experience, a lot of times if work-life balance is out of whack, it's because of a lack of organization and planning. And what I mean by that is, because maybe you guys are like, no, I'm really organized at work. What I'm talking about is that you have to intentionally plan for the balance. You know what I mean? Because your work isn't going to do it for you. If you don't plan your calendar with intention, other people will do it for you, right? So I think that what this is talking about is you guys intentionally carving out, okay, what time is my lunch break, and sticking to it? What time am I off work today, and sticking to it? What is my plan after work on Wednesday night, and going to it? You know what I mean? So that there isn't that ability for other people to start throwing stuff on your calendar, and then your work-life balance is out the door. So you guys also have emotional intelligence coming up. So, you know, emotional intelligence is the ability to understand the emotional needs of yourself, understand the emotional needs of others. That makes a lot of sense here with this woman holding a heart, because this is, again, like that empathetic, compassionate person. So there's going to be some need here for you guys to flex this skill this month. You know, being able to better understand what your needs are. You know what I mean? This feels, I'm not really picking up on a lot of other people necessarily in your sphere for career this month. This really feels more just about you, pile 1, and your needs. Let's see. But you may need to exercise that emotional intelligence when you're planning your boundaries, you know? We have be friendly, but not familiar. So there's another message coming through for some of you guys just about like your work relationships. And this might be something that pertains to this message of balance too, and the emotional intelligence energy. But like this is really saying like this month, just look out and make sure that with your business connections that you have this energy of the woman holding a heart, but you don't have to get too personal with people. You still want to maintain that balance. You still want to maintain those boundaries, okay? It's okay to build relationships, get to know your colleagues and coworkers. You know, you can have a business meeting and you can start it off by, you know, asking how their day was and, you know, connecting in that way to build a relationship. But ultimately, like, you don't want them to know everything about you personally. You don't need to know everything about them personally, because we have other objectives to accomplish here. So that seems like a very specific message for someone out there to just be aware of. But pile 1, this looks like an amazing month ahead for you in career. It seems like you guys have a lot of balance and relaxation time coming up ahead. So I would love to hear from you guys down below how you feel it resonates with your personal situation. If you're not already, please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and hit the bell so that you're aware of when I'm uploading new videos. And if you guys ever do feel guided to support the channel, you can always tip me by clicking the super thanks button. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one really soon. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, if you guys picked out the citrine, this will be your career and finances reading for the month of September. So let's start off with your oracles, and then we'll move into tarot, and then I do have one other oracle deck that we'll be working with to get some additional messages. So starting off here, we have the energy of dignified, and we have Ceres, sorry. Okay, so for you guys, pile 2 this month, with dignified being here, there is an energy of you guys kind of like being in the right place at the right time, or having the upper hand in your career. You are in a really good position this month to actually leverage your strengths as it pertains to whatever is of significance to you in career. So this is a month where you guys really want to be like tapped into your strengths, really understand what your strengths are, and how you can really strategically leverage them to get whatever result you need to get. I see you guys maybe like kind of seeing above confusion on some things this month as well, because I'm really being drawn to these clouds and kind of how these stairs are leading up into like a higher perspective. So I think that is also something that I'm feeling coming through for some of you guys, where it's like, if you've been feeling cloudy or confused about your work situation, I feel that is ending this month. You guys also have Ceres here, which is a very nurturing kind of mothering energy. So for some of you guys, I feel like your strength may actually be this very nurturing, mothering energy where you're very good at not only caring for yourself, but caring for others. Some of you guys may also be indulging in more like creative projects at work, kind of a creative baby that you've made, that you've given birth to or made recently. This card also talks about food, and it also talks about children too. So that could be an energy coming through for a couple of you guys, where maybe something with regard to like food is a part of your career this month, or something with regard to children is a part of your career. Maybe some of you guys are mothers, and you're caring for a child this month. So there's some other energies popping through with that card as well. This card, though, also kind of warns us not to be too smothering of others, and to allow that which we gave birth to flourish on its own. So it's also kind of a message of knowing like when to let go of something, because if you smother, as you guys know, probably when you smother a child, it stifles it from being able to grow. So that may not even be a message for everyone out there, but I just kind of felt that I needed to say it. Maybe it applies to someone. So let's continue here. So we have the energy of financial constraints coming up. Okay. And then we also have envy coming up. Interesting. Okay. So the positive thing, you guys, is that even though we do have a couple of challenging cards coming up here, again, like I was saying with the dignified card, you guys are in a position of having the upper hand on it this month. Maybe you guys coming into the month of September are kind of strapped for cash, or you're dealing with some financial challenges and difficulties coming in. But there is an energy of that clearing up. And again, needing to kind of use and leverage your strengths to be able to like, get out of the situation or to improve your situation, right? Something else that I'm picking up on with both of these cards coming up is that it may not actually be literal financial constraints for some of you guys. I'm thinking that what could also be going on for some of you is more so of an energy of lack, because we have envy here. And this is a card of like not being totally happy with what you have and being kind of jealous of what others have, or wishing you had what others had. In a sense, you see how like she's kind of in this, like she's in this beautiful castle. She has her like pearls and her own little accoutrements there, right? But it's like there's this energy of like wishing I had all of that. The grass is greener on the other side, right? Like I want what that person has. And her energy is very gray. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's something that you guys are wanting that you see other people achieving, that looks very abundant to you, and you're feeling in a place of lack around your resources of how to get there. That's like the vibe I'm picking up on from it. But again, you guys have your own unique strengths that you need to remember this month. Whatever it is that other people might have that you are perceiving that you don't have, it's like, how do I say this? Just because your strength might be to be nurturing, or whatever you guys identify your strength is, and maybe somebody else's strength is something totally different, like it doesn't make your strength any less valuable, because everybody has their place in this world. And especially in the workplace, you need somebody that's more of this nurturing energy to balance out some of those more kind of dominant personalities that can come through. And I can tell you guys that just because somebody has a dominant personality and they talk a lot or whatever, it doesn't make them any more qualified. Okay. So let's continue. Let's get some more insight here with the tarot. So you guys do have the Eight of Pentacles coming up here, the Fool, and you have the King of Swords. Okay, let's push these up a bit. So there's definitely an energy with that Eight of Pentacles of starting off this month working, pretty diligently on something. Eight of Pentacles for me is truly when we are working. Like we are in the work zone, we are in the learning zone, we are nose to the grindstone, and we are really fine-tuning and perfecting the work that we're doing here. So maybe some of you guys this month are moving into like some sort of a new type of job, or maybe like it's what I'm getting from it is that maybe you guys are not quite the expert just yet, but you will be as long as you keep moving and you keep working at it. And maybe that's where some of this envy energy or this financial energy is coming from, because the Eight of Pentacles is sort of like, we're there, we're making progress, we passed the Seven of Pentacles, you know what I mean? We're starting to, get the momentum going, but you're not quite at that Nine of Pentacles yet, okay? And the Nine of Pentacles is when we have like everything we want and desire and need from a financial perspective. So maybe that's what some of this is talking about too. But just remember, you guys have more than you think you do, is what I'm guided to say here. This is talking about some concepts of being eager to learn, honing your craft, taking classes, right? So it's still that energy of being in that learning zone, because you're not quite the expert yet, but you're getting there. You're building it there. And I am noticing this is an artistic project here, which I was picking up on here with Saris for some of you. The Fool is definitely, confirming that this is a month ahead of new beginnings for you guys. So there's an energy of kind of looking at this situation from a new and fresh perspective. Looking at it as an adventure, you know what I mean? If you guys are on a new path, this is actually a really wonderful opportunity to jump right in and learn, you know what I mean? And free yourself from whatever that past energy was that you've closed out. I think maybe for some of you guys, part of the issue with like the envy and the financial constraints, I'm wondering if it's because you guys are this King of Swords sometimes, of like having very high standards for yourselves. You know what I mean? And maybe you guys want to achieve something now that you're just not there yet. You know what I mean? But you will be. You have to just be patient with yourself and continue to nurture and hone in on your craft. This can also be for some of you guys like a boss or someone in your space who is, maybe they have high standards for you as well. But the cool thing about the King of Swords is that this is a very logical type of person. Like, they're very logical. They're very cool, calm, collected. This says swift but fair. So just know, like, for some of you guys, I'm almost getting like maybe there's an energy of wanting to get promoted, or maybe somebody else getting a promotion, or like maybe someone else getting something that you felt like you really deserved. But just know that like this person, whoever made this decision, really is coming from a place of fairness with it. So let's go ahead and close it out, pile 2, with a few more messages here from my own career deck. Let's just kind of see what else you guys need to know about your career this month. This is a really good message, like you're on the path, you know what I mean? You're on the path, and I think you guys just need to kind of continue to keep your eye on the prize and continue to leverage your strengths, because you're very talented at what you do. I'm really feeling that with that Dignified card. You are standing out for who you are, even if you may not feel like you are. All right, so let's see. What else does pile 2 need to know about their career this month? We have under the radar. Okay, this is kind of about flying under the radar a little bit. So for some of you guys, you may be guided to kind of just keep your business to yourself while you're doing your work, and there's nothing wrong with that. That might be a month where this is needed. Growth mindset is coming up as well. And I feel like that's important for you guys, because again, I am picking up on some sort of this energy of maybe feeling stuck, or maybe feeling like you're not quite where you want to be yet for some of you. So having a growth mindset is really talking about keeping an open mind and remembering that like you're always learning, you're always growing. There's always an opportunity to look at a situation from a new and different perspective. And when you're in a fixed mindset, you're less likely to be able to change, because you're very inflexible, right? So like if you would think to yourself, I'm not saying you guys, I'm getting this, but just for an example, maybe someone says, well, I have nothing more to learn on this subject because I'm the expert. Well, that's technically a fixed mindset. You know what I mean? Because you're making a very finite statement of like, I already know everything I need to know, and I'm not open to learning more. I don't need to learn more. So just continue this month to have that open mind, because there's always more to grow. There's always more to learn. There's always expansion around you. Okay? And then we have organizational savvy. I love this card. So something else that you guys may do this month, you have big bucks and bonus at the bottom. So there is something about money coming through for some of you guys. But so with org savvy coming up, what this is talking about is getting to know the right people in your organization, your place of business, your industry, whatever it is, okay? If you guys work at a corporation, Org Savvy is talking about understanding, the organizational structure at large. So do you understand the team that you work on and kind of like the greater impact that it has on the organization? Do you understand who to go to in your corporation for what, if you need something or if you have a question? Are you building connections and networking with people throughout the organization, the right people who can help to get you where you want to go? You know what I'm saying? If this is about maybe some of you guys are content creators on YouTube or whatever, like whatever industry you're in, maybe this is about making those connections within your industry, right? Making friends in your industry, supporting other artists, supporting other creators, collaborating with them, understanding kind of where everyone sits in the organization, right? This is a really, really powerful tool for some of you guys, I think, to explore this month, because this is also going to help you get to where you want to go. It's going to help you to learn more. And it's very strategic and smart energy if you think about it. So yeah, make those connections, you guys. Understand your organization a little bit more and who it is that you guys may need to connect with in order to get where you need to go. So pile 2 looks like a really great reading for you for career this month, filled with lots of growth and new beginnings. So I would love to hear from you how you feel it resonates down below. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you all are notified when I upload new videos, and I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading very soon. Bye! Hey there, pile 3. If you guys picked this blue crystal that I cannot identify, please comment below if you know what this is. And this is going to be your career reading for the month of September. So let's go ahead and start with some oracle cards, and then we will be transitioning into tarot. And make sure you guys stay till the end, because I'm going to be pulling some extra messages from my own career deck. So let's see what you guys get. So starting things off, we have the message of Taurus, cultivate, and then we have the 10th house, authority. Yes. Okay. Love this for you guys. So right off the bat, I do feel like this is going to be a month where you guys are really laying down foundations in your career in a very meaningful way. Taurus energy is making me feel like this is a month where you guys are really working very hard. And Taurus being an earth sign, it's a slower moving earth sign. It is about, like I said, laying down roots. I think that you guys are really being guided this month to think about who you want to be at work. What do you want to be known for with the 10th house? And starting to go ahead and lay the groundwork for that achievement, okay? So for some of you, this can be planning about like, where do I want to go for promotion-wise? Like, where do I see myself ultimately in my career 5, 10 years from now, and how do I get there? It's about starting to take those practical steps toward cultivating the desired wish that you have, okay? I think that you guys this month will also be exploring kind of what your value system is around your career and what it is that you want to be known for. Maybe even thinking about what's your personal brand, what is the image that you want to put out, what strengths of yours do you want to leverage so that you can really build toward the goal that you're trying to achieve. The 10th house is all about kind of like your public image and what you ultimately want to be known for. So this definitely feels very relevant to a career reading for sure, because, 10th house, I mean, a lot of career stuff can come up here. So let's continue. We also have the sun. Love that. And we have door to spirit. Beautiful energy. So with the sun coming up here, this feels like a very warm and happy month ahead for you guys in your career. I think a lot of you guys, especially with the 10th house being here, there could be an element of you guys being in the limelight or being in the spotlight, really being noticed and being recognized by others here. The sun is also giving me an energy of clarity, things becoming more clear, right? And I think this makes a lot of sense with what I was talking about building your foundation. You have to have clarity of vision around where you want to go in order to get there. You can't drive blind. I'm being guided to research really quick for you guys this goldfish, because the goldfish is really catching my eye. And I just want to look to see what the goldfish stands for. Hold on. Please hold. Okay. So what does the goldfish mean spiritually? Positive change. People looking for positive change or seeking wealth. They're said to be a good omen. Great for those hoping for good luck or a sudden surge of strength. Call on them when you need to make important decisions. Goldfish totem also get along well with others, and they're gentle, kind, and honest. So lots of really beautiful messages coming up there for you guys as well. So those may also be some themes that you guys are working through this month as it pertains to your career. Door to Spirit is saying that you guys are like on the spiritual path with this month with career, like your spiritual path. So this is about really aligning with your higher self and, you know, creating that ultimate future plan of where you want to go. This is really telling me that you guys are in alignment with where you're going this month, and that whatever it is that you guys are building and creating for yourself is something that deeply resonates with you. It deeply resonates with you from a spiritual perspective, which is beautiful. Some of you guys may actually be working in like a spiritual field. That could be the case for some, but doesn't necessarily have to be. So starting off with our tarot cards here, for you guys, pile 3, we've got the 4 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. All these readings have been so awesome for this month ahead. I'm excited for everyone with their careers this month. You guys have a lot of Wands energy coming up here. So one thing that I want to point out is that with the Wands, I do think that you guys have a lot of excitement around this. I definitely think that there's an energy of you guys getting a lot of attention. You have a lot of eyes on you. Queen of Wands, I mean, this is definitely someone that people notice. People want to be around. They love being in the spotlight. So you guys are getting some sort of recognition, and I feel like it's wanted. The one caveat that I'm going to say to these Wands is that with Taurus coming up, this is going to be a slower moving energy. So there could be a little bit of friction for some of you guys this month of like really wanting to see quick progress toward these goals and aspirations that you have. But just remember that it's not going to happen overnight. You can't rush into it. You can't be hasty. You are on the right path. So just take those small steps forward and know you're ultimately going to get there. But I definitely feel like you guys are like going after it. Like I'm feeling the energy that I'm picking up on from your pile is someone that feels very motivated and inspired and just very excited and driven about where they want to go in their career. You guys also have the 4 of Wands here. So this is also a card that kind of talks about building a foundation just in a little bit of a different way. But this is talking about deals, partnerships, being committed to a goal. So you guys are committing to a long-term goal in your career this month. For some of you guys, it might be important to work with others in order to achieve this goal. So like if you work in a corporation, what partnerships are you building to network? You know, who are you connecting with that you know can help to grow you, right, and develop you, and who can lead you onto that path and support you on that path. So partnerships are very important. Maybe some of you guys are entering into like a specific business partnership this month as well that feels really in alignment with your spiritual path. You guys also have the Knight of Cups. So this is a beautiful energy as well. And this is kind of talking about leading with the heart. So, you know, things just feel very aligned for you this month, pile 3, where it's like, there's definitely this energy of like, not only being in alignment on spiritual side, but from an emotional side, from the passionate side. And now it's just about channeling and grounding that energy. You know what I mean? You guys may be doing some creative projects this month, but the Knight of Cups, I think, is also going to serve you really well in these partnerships that you're building, because the Knight of Cups is someone who's very kind, someone who's very compassionate. It says persuasive charm. So there's an energy of like knowing how to talk and say the right thing to get where you need to go, you know, which we do that in our careers. So let's close it out just with a few more messages. Let's just kind of see what else you guys may need to know about your career energy this month for pile 3. So what else does pile 3 need to know about their career? Any other energies, advice, extra information that they need to be mindful of? Ooh, so we have emotional intelligence flying out. That came up in pile 1 as well. So emotional intelligence, if you guys don't know, this is kind of like the skill of being able to understand your own emotions as well as the emotional needs of others, right? So it's a very interesting topic. If you guys have never studied it or learned about it, I would highly recommend kind of maybe taking a class on it or reading an article or something about it. But I can definitely see that coming up here with the Knight of Cups, because this is an emotional card, right? So there's definitely an energy of you guys needing to flex that skill of being emotionally intelligent and really being attuned to not only your own emotional needs, but also the needs of others around you. And again, this is going to be very helpful when you're dealing with partners and other people to be able to understand, if somebody is reacting to me in a certain way, or if somebody is acting a certain way, whatever, to kind of understand the deeper, more nuanced place from which that's coming. So definitely will help you with your partnerships this month to learn more about EQ. We call it EQ. Let's see what else. We also have Jack of all trades, well-rounded. So yeah, this is kind of like, learning to better your skill set. Make yourself a little bit more marketable. You guys might be trying out some different things this month so that you can have more marketable skills on your path forward, right? Maybe some of the things that you guys are working on this month are new skills for you that you've never really flexed before or tried before, but ultimately in the big picture of your career, it's going to help you to get to your ultimate goals. So let's see. One more for pile 3. We also have higher education. So there could be more education that you all are getting this month as well. Some training that you're going through that will help support your goals. Maybe for some of you, this is talking about college education, but there's something here around education and learning that is supporting your career growth this month. So pile 3, this looks like really freaking amazing. I'm really excited for your September career to play out. So please drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you feel it resonated with your situation. If you guys are not already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you are updated when I upload new videos. And I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading very, very soon. Bye.